The Rode Wireless Go is the perfect minimalist audio solution. Let's find out why. What's up everyone, I'm the Everyday Dad, and if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. So I've been very impressed. I've been talking about the Rode Wireless Go basically since it was originally announced. And what was really exciting to me is when I went to NAB 2019, this was the one thing I wanted to see. And honestly, I've been using it for about 2 weeks now. I pre-ordered it. Nobody paid me for this. I bought this myself. And if you've been watching the videos, you've been hearing this audio in action. So let's talk about what I think after using this a whole bunch. So for comparison's sake, these are the two things. This is the transmitter, this is the receiver for the Wireless Go. And honestly, it's built really darn well. So you see it turns on, you get a little display that shows you everything you need to know. Battery life, your connectivity, your decibels that you're pushing out. So this does have adjustable, we'll talk more about that here in a second, but it has adjustable decibels, much like the wireless filmmakers kit that we'll also talk about here in a second. But you can see it has it's picking me up on the internal microphone. But yeah, it also has a decibel meter. So if you are holding the camera or you are using it, you can monitor your audio without necessarily needing a headphone jack. So if you check out the build quality of this thing, it's built really well. There's the power button on the front. On the side, you've got the charging cable, the USB-C, and the 3.5 audio out that goes into the camera. You've got your decibel and your secondary pairing option. And on the bottom, you've got a clip that goes right into the hot shoe mount of a camera. So it doesn't have a traditional hot shoe mount, but the clip fits right into a regular camera mount, so it works really well. Now, the thing that made me most excited about this was not necessarily the receiver. I mean, whatever, receivers are a dime a dozen, but what I'm very excited about is the transmitter, because like we said a few seconds ago, the transmitter actually has a microphone built into it, so you don't need, and that's the thing, like, right? So the thing that is so exciting about the Rode Wireless Go is nothing about the audio, is nothing about the transmission, it's about this microphone right here. The thing that I hate most about any kind of lavalier mics is the lavalier mic itself. So being able to circumvent that altogether and never needing to wire up again is so awesome. And but here is if you do want to use a lavalier mic, they do have a 3.5 millimeter jack on there, so you could use this as a hit pack if you wanted to. And again, it's got the power button, it's got USB-C charging, and it's so good. It's so good. It is a little bit heavier, so the way that I would normally use this and have been using it is, I started off using it like this, like on the outside, but you'll find that it's a little too heavy, and you'll see that it like pulls your shirt down in kind of an awkward way. So the way that I started doing it was I flip it around, and I button it like this, so the weight's a little closer to you. It's not like hanging off, and I find that it stays in place a lot better. Look at that. It's so easy. But let's run through a couple of the specs really quickly on the Rode Wireless Go, so we all are kind of on the same page. It has a gain range of 0 to -12 decibels, and it goes in 6 decibel steps. The audio output level, it goes up to 3 decibels. These together, each of these weighs 1.1 ounces. I mean, they weigh almost nothing. That's a very big part of the attractability of this system. It has instant pairing, so look, check this out. Like, this is what impressed me most at NAB when they showed me this, because I talked to the guys at Rode, and they were like, check this out, watch how fast this pairs. It's on. Look at that, it paired in the time that it was turning on. Like that, immediately it turned on. It pairs so fast. Which leads it to just being incredibly easy to use. Like I said, it has a decibel range. You just press this to increase or decrease the amount of power, like the amount of gain you want this to be transmitting. Something that you generally want to do on a mirrorless or a DSLR style camera is the preamps inside of these cameras they're not the best. So what you want to do is you want to set the internal audio levels to be as low as possible and have most of the lifting be done with the Rode Wireless Go. And once we're done talking about specs and features here in a second, we're actually gonna switch so you can actually hear kind of how it's going. And one of the cool things, so I've been talking about the A6400 for a while now. This is one of the best cameras released in 2019 for YouTubers, in my opinion. But check it out. It has a flip up screen, and if you use a normal or other microphone, you might have problems seeing it. But this is small enough that you can actually still, can you see that? You can still frame your shots. Like, yeah, you can't see all of the information, but you can still frame your shots with this mic in the way. So you don't need anything else to get incredible audio with the Wireless Go and the A6400. Together, these two might be the killer YouTube camera like this year, like hands down. When you consider that the Wireless Go is $200 for the system, that's incredible. So I do want to show you before we plug it into the main camera here, what I want to show you is it comes with this little pouch that has everything you need to use it, right? It's got the two USB-C cables. I only carry one at a time because I don't feel like carrying that much stuff. It comes with the 3.5mm audio cable, the USB-C cable, and it all fits in this cool little pouch. But check this out. This is pretty cool. When you put it all in the pouch, that's it. That is a really good, easily portable, minimalist audio solution in this little bag. Check this out. So if you want to use something like the other, like the Filmmakers kit that Rode has, which is good, I've been using it for years now. Check this out. So here's the receiver, here's the transmitter. Look at how big those things are. And then you still need a lavalier mic to go with it. So to get the same thing, that's even still more expensive. I don't know if they've dropped the price. Here's the lavalier mic, which I hate. Look at it, it's in a ball right now. And it's always tangled up. It's always a big pain in the butt to get out. But look at this. This is the whole solution with everything. Receiver, transmitter. I mean, it's so much better. Like, it's so lightweight. I mean, these are not heavy. But I also like that it has a built-in battery. I never really I'll find myself out and about all the time that these are dead and I don't realize it. And then I'm like, well, I guess I'm not having audio today. But something that I do like about the Filmmakers kit over the Wireless Go is you have 2 steps of audio gain control on the Filmmakers kit. You can see on the receiver, you can decrease the gain by up to 20 decibels. And on the transmitter, you can increase the gain up to 20 decibels. So you could be at -20 or +20, which is a much bigger range than you can get on the Wireless Go. So we've been yapping long enough through my Audio-Technica mic going into a Mix-Pre 3, which is very expensive. So let's switch this out and kind of see what the audio will sound like if you're just using this for straight up YouTube videos. So something I didn't mention inside that we should probably talk about is transmission range. So the specs on this system say it can go out to 70 meters, which is pretty darn far. And do you really need to go that far if you're a YouTuber just making like videos? I mean, I never really want to be that far away from my camera. We're currently at about 28 millimeters, so we're about hand's width. I'm touching the lens right now. So we're about hand length away. So we're gonna wander back and see just like if you're going to a normal distance, will the Wireless Go still work? So let's wander back. Let's walk backwards and hopefully not fall and break something, because that, while it would be good for clicks, would be pretty embarrassing. So I'm now definitely pretty far away from the camera. I guess for safety's sake, we'll turn around and watch where we're going. So yeah, I'm currently about what? Maybe like 20 meters away from the camera. I mean, I would never leave my camera this far away from me if I was like making a YouTube video. So if it's holding up right now, I mean, I can't hear it, you guys can hear it. If it's holding up that far back there, then I mean, it's great. For the size, the weight, everything else about this audio system is incredible. And again, I really like it. I like gear that just works. This is just working for me. The audio is great, the size is amazing. I've been using this for 2 weeks and I have yet to charge either one of the batteries, which hopefully they're still good right now, but yeah, it's great. Okay, back to the video. Now I know you couldn't actually like see me set this up, but it literally took me about 20 seconds. All I had to do was reach over, I plugged in the transmitter, I plugged it into the camera, I hooked this onto my shirt. That's it. Now you've got audio coming straight out of the Wireless Go. The only real problem I have with the Go so far is I talk with my hands a lot, right? And if you do like this, you might have noticed right now that the audio got terrible. So you gotta be careful that this microphone doesn't like push into your neck. So if you're an excited talker like some of us, you just gotta be careful about that. But I like everything else about this audio system. It's easy to use, it's easy to set up, and it just works. Like, I know I've said that a few times, but audio gear that just works, any gear for me is important that it just, like, I hate, like, look at this. Like, look at this big mess. Like, I always have to like untangle, it tangles up and then it gets in the mess and then I have to plug it in, and when I'm out and I'm shooting, I wanna make sure that I've got everything set up properly, so I have to undo this, I have to move it to cameras. I'm always doing like cameras. No, it just looked. Here, and it just works. I mean, you can see here, we'll do a quick little test to show you how it like, so here's the side, I'm talking at the side, I'm talking at the back. Talking to the other side, we're talking straight into the microphone now. Like this is, it's so good, guys. Like I can't, again, nobody's paying me, nobody's sponsoring me for this video. This is just something that I really like and I think Rode has done a fantastic job with. You're just kind of hearing me yammer on right now so that you can get a, you know, a sense of how the audio sounds. So this is the audio test. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear if you guys have been using the Wireless Go or what audio solution you're using. Thanks for watching.